In our last video, we explored what it feels like to constantly walk on eggshells in your marriage. We looked at the early warning signs of living in fear, questioning if this is what God truly intends for your marriage. We also reflected on the scripture from Ephesians 5:28 and asked ourselves if your marriage reflected the love and care God desires for you. Hello, Beauty for Ashes viewers, and welcome back to a safe space where we help Christian women restore peace and purpose after narcissistic abuse. If you're here, know that you're not alone. This is a place of understanding, healing, and hope, where we walk together on the journey to reclaim our God-given strengths. In this video, I'll begin to explore why your husband behaves the way he does. You might be feeling confused or hurt by his changing moods. One moment he's loving and affectionate, and the next he's cold and distant. You may find yourself forever walking on eggshells, trying to avoid triggering an argument, unsure of what you did wrong. Sometimes, no matter how much you try to keep the peace, it's never enough. This inconsistency, the sudden shifts between affection and withdrawal, praise and criticism, can leave you feeling exhausted, unsure of where you stand. You might even start questioning yourself, wondering, am I the problem? The truth is, many Christian women in similar situations feel the same way. Yet it's important to understand that this behavior is not a reflection of your worth, nor is it something you've caused. What you might be experiencing is a form of emotional control, which can often be difficult to recognize when you're deep inside the situation. Let's take a closer look at what might be happening. There's a term that may describe what you're going through: narcissistic behavior. Now, the word narcissism can feel overwhelming, but it's important to gently explore this. Narcissism doesn't always show itself in obvious ways. It can be subtle, hiding behind moments of charm and affection. A narcissistic person often seeks control, not through physical force, but through manipulation, by making you question yourself, your actions, and even your own reality. Your husband may not always raise his voice or openly insult you, but if you're left feeling insecure, belittled, or fearful of him, these could be signs of deeper issues. Narcissistic traits often include a lack of empathy, meaning he struggles to see or care about your emotional needs. He may shift blame onto you, making you feel responsible for his moods, his actions, or even his happiness. But remember, this isn't love. The Bible teaches us in 1 Corinthians 13 that love is patient, love is kind. Love does not boast or dishonor others, it is not self-seeking, and it is not easily angered. Love protects, trusts, hopes, and perseveres. In contrast, narcissistic behavior is centered on control and supply, often driven by a deep insecurity and fear. A narcissist may present a facade of confidence and strength, but beneath it lies a deep insecurity. They need to constantly control their surroundings, especially those closest to them, in order to maintain their fragile facade. This might explain why your husband appears charming or loving in public, then acts cold and dismissive behind closed doors. This inconsistency is designed to keep you off balance, constantly seeking his approval, even though real love doesn't require that. Does any of this sound familiar to you? If so, you're not imagining things. These patterns of control, the walking on eggshells, the confusion, they are all real experiences. Recognizing these behaviors for what they are is the first step toward understanding and healing. It's important to remember that his actions do not define your value. You are made in God's image, deserving of love, peace, and respect. God did not design marriage to be a place of fear or control. He intended marriage to be a partnership built on love, mutual respect, and kindness. If you see unhealthy patterns in your marriage, know that you are not alone. There is hope, and there is a path to reclaiming your peace and strength. Take a moment to reflect right now. Do you recognize these patterns in your own relationship? If what I've shared resonates with you, I encourage you to leave a comment below. Your story might be the encouragement someone needs today. Now that you're recognizing the patterns, it's time to start considering your path forward. God doesn't want you to live in fear or silence. Reclaiming your strength begins with setting boundaries and turning to Scripture for guidance. Psalm 46:1 reminds us that God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. You may have started thinking about your next steps, whether it's seeking help, setting healthy boundaries, or even considering leaving the marriage. This is a deeply personal decision, and only one you can make. And remember, God is with you every step of the way. You have the strength within you to seek peace, and you deserve a life filled with purpose and joy. In the next video, we'll guide you through the first steps toward healing, how to seek support, establish boundaries, and take back control of your life. You don't have to walk this road alone. Together, we'll discover how to live in the peace and freedom that God intended for you. Remember, beauty can rise from the ashes, and your story is far from over. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate you taking the time to reflect on these important topics with me. If this video resonated with you or helped you in any way, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel. By doing so, you'll stay connected and won't miss out on future videos that might offer the support and guidance you're looking for. Remember, this is a safe space, and we're in this together. I look forward to walking this path of healing and faith with you. Stay strong, and I'll see you in the next video.